hear you. Well, you got to find a spot first.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This week we are on Fairfield Lake, Fairfield, Texas. This is my club tournament, and hey, we'll see what we can do today. Man, there's a lot of boats, out here today. So we'll see what kind of spots we can get to. I think it's gonna be a tough day. I'm just used to that, but we'll see, man. Maybe it'll be one of those days where you just pull up anywhere and catch them. We'll see. Anyway, we're gonna go chase those green things. See ya. Yeah, you have your phone, so I can grab my phone. Oh yeah, you're an iPhone user. You already know how to bring the camera in.
Ready?
Yep.
Pull your fingers. Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. On the board, finally. Gosh almighty. Pretty much the same color you had. Yeah, he's getting close. He can't even pass for me a spot. Oh, I took it right out of his mouth. I took it right out of his freaking mouth. Yeah, I took it right out of his mouth, dude. I felt him. I mean, you ought to see his lips floating up here in a minute. I think I took his lips off there. It's a big one, come on. He felt big. Yeah, you catching it like a 7-incher, you know?
Yeah. Got it? Well, we caught 3 here already.
Yep.
Gotta be some big ones in here.
He almost like a spot, but he's not.
Yeah, I think you got 14 on that.
Yeah. Chunky 14.
So the chunkiness don't matter.
For 3.
I think.
Yeah, man, don't take my fish, man. You know I had to work hard for that.
You did. He's on there.
Oh,
right?
he's big. He's big. He's big. He's big.
Come on, baby.
Come big. It's gotta be an 18 right here, man. He coming up. He coming up. Let that fish go, bro. It's coming this way. Come up here, Mike. Come on, come on. Oh, thank you. Goodness gracious. There we go, baby.
Yeah. Right on top.
We are in these fish right now, baby.
Let's keep at it, man. This is my splitter rod.
You know, the hard part about doing this is when it slow down, when do you leave? You know, that's the hardest decision.
I mean, for me, if you're not getting any bumps at all,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can always come back to this spot.
Right. Hey, what's up, fishing fans? Hey, thanks for checking out the video. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. I tell you, man, we had such a good time on Fairfield a few weeks ago. You know, we turned things around. I mean, we struggled at the very beginning, as you can see in the video, but we managed to pull off a third place victory in the end. And that was just simply because we changed up our approaches. You know, we got on a pattern. You know, we had to do a lot of scanning. We had to do a lot of practice during the tournament. So this was actually a pre-fishing and locating fish, which that's the last thing you want to do in a tournament. But we just didn't have any choice because, you know, we didn't know the lake. So I'm very proud of that finish. I'm not an expert on the lake by any means, but I tell you, you know, I have a few things that may help you, you know, do well on the lake. If you were able to come across this video and you headed down to Fairfield, maybe this will help out. So I'm gonna get into this section. I'm naming this section tips and suggestions. So check it out, see what you think, leave me some comments, and most of all, please subscribe. Hey, tight lines, peace. All right, y'all, so welcome back to tips and suggestions. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull up Google Earth. I'm sure, you know, most of y'all, if not all of y'all, you know, look at Google Earth and use it as a tool to kind of pre-fish a lake or review a lake before you actually take a trip. Anyway, so we're gonna use Google Earth for this demonstration so I can show you the tips and tricks here. All right, so let's get into it. Let's leave the Dallas area and go over to Fairfield. How about that? All right, Fairfield, here we come. All righty. All right, so Fairfield State Park. Now, I'm gonna drop my waypoints on this lake. I don't care if you know about them. It's a lot of my research and all the spots are not verified. So if you see something on here you like, give it a try, drop it in the comments, let me know how it worked out for you. So we didn't fish all the spots that I have marked, but feel free to, you know, kind of check things out. I marked a bunch of laydowns and offshore spots and points and things like that, but very basic at a high level. So I don't think you're getting a lot of the juicy stuff from me right now, okay? Anyway, all right, so there's 2 ramps on Fairfield Lake, and you have a ramp A, which is, I believe, yes, it's the state park, and then you have ramp B. If there is any other ramps, I don't know about them, but these are the primary ramps on the lake. Ramp A is at the south end of the lake here. So let's get into it. All right, so first thing, this is not our very first spot, but as we launched from the ramp, I kind of peeked, you know, I wanted this area first, but a couple of guys from our club got over here first, and then I also seen additional boats over here on the way out. But I'm gonna come back to this location. I think it's a prime location on this lake, and so I'll give you a little story about that. All right, so let's go over here. So tip and suggestion here would be, this is how I look at it, and this is how I have it kind of defined, so to speak. Basically, first part of the morning, we fished up shallow. We got into a lot of mossy grass, fishing up shallow too much. And what happened was, I mean, we spent a lot of time just kind of cleaning our hooks and getting into that little mossy stuff. So you want to be careful. And I have 3 levels here that indicate, you know, the grass lines, kind of middle of the grass, and then out deeper. So level 1, if you kind of cast in here, and I forgot to tell you, basically, the historical image that I have pulled right now for this lake is, let's see, March 2011. So I'm not saying that this is the lowest level of the lake, but it's pretty good, as you can see. I mean, the water was down pretty low. You can see these points really good. So 311, I would say that's a pretty good start if you want to see some structure on this lake. Probably could find something better, but I think for me, this was pretty good. So anyway, let me jump back into it. So the first level here, I would say level 1 has a lot of moss and things like that. I'm not saying that you shouldn't fish that, but you need to maybe watch what you're using. I think top water would be good, based on, the situation, weather conditions and things like that. Maybe some light baits, some floating type baits, things of that nature to kind of throw into the mossy area so you don't get hung up as much. Also, I noticed a lot of ditches and things like that were between the lines here. Not necessarily on this picture, but if you go out to the lake now, you'll see a lot of the ditches and crevices. Those are definitely some areas that you may want to send some jerk baits through, some, Texas rigs, things like that, to try to fish in those cracks because they like to roam around in those channels. So keep that in mind as well. So needless to say, we didn't do very good at this first level. This second level got a little bit better. And what this second level is it's the edge of that moss or that thick vegetation. At this level, you can kind of fish the edges of it. They may be holding to the edges, and it'll look very similar to here. Like level 1, you can kind of see that shadow there. I mean, that's how thick this stuff is. Right here at the edge, it's got like a drop off, a ledge, so to speak. So when you get out here to level 2, if you can kind of fish that edge and find that edge, I think you'll catch some fish, depending on the time of year. But to me, the key for us was we got out a little bit deeper. This was maybe in 12 to 14, maybe a little bit higher, or deeper. This level 3. If you find grass out here, I think you better be fishing it. Because most of the time, the grass out here is actually hydrilla. We were pulling a lot of hydrilla up, and it wasn't as thick, and you can just pretty much swim any bait through it. So keep that in mind as well. So level 3. So the tip and suggestion here would be find a deeper grass. Don't fish up shallow so much, depending on weather conditions and time of year. But if you're struggling, try to get out there to the deeper grass. All right, so other spots. I think this riprap was really good. There's a lot of boats come through here. There was a lot of boats in this tournament, so a lot of spots had already been hit. But I tell you, man, I found some kind of structure or some kind of attractor or something out here. I'm not sure what this, I can't remember if this was some kind of drain or it was some kind of structure that was sticking out here along this riprap. But if you find that, right out in front of it, there was an attractor or something out here, and I seen fish holding. I couldn't get them to bite, but as I was leaving, another boat pulled up and pulled one off this attractor. So if you're over here, go check that out as well. I mean, just fish along this riprap. I mean, they were here, but I think they just had been pressured a lot. So that would be my primary suggestion to you. My next is, I mentioned it earlier, is find those creases like here. If you can find those creases to fish through, they like to hold in what you call those ditches. You see that line? It's a little bit off with this date, but I think I found another date, and this line is actually right here. So I would say those are some pretty good tips. Now, moving back to that prime location that I mentioned earlier, I seen like 2 boats over here, and this flat has some rock, and I was on this point right across from it because I was really wanting to get here, and there was just too many boats, and I seen guys just catching fish off of this thing. So I mean, I think it's a prime location all year because the fact that you have this channel running off here on both sides of this little cove type deal here. I don't think you can get far back. There's some kind of line here, but for the most part, there's plenty of places to fish right here. If you can get over here and give it a try, it's close enough to the boat ramp. I mean, you can already see a lot of boats in here. So anyway, I hope this helps. If you're on Fairfield, kind of check out some of these spots, kind of follow that pattern that suggestion, and good luck to you. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks. Oh, God, dog it. Why did I do that?
What, you felt something?
No, I got a bump. I just forgot what I had on the damn.
Oh, as
On the
far as like
line.
setup, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's still on there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'm good. This is small one.
All right, he's little. He's still on there. They're here, man.
I'm over here talking to it. He on the line. And I'm over here talking. Oh yeah, man.
Like,
you know,
I missed him.
I missed him. My setup was bad, and yeah, he's not gonna even get close to 14.
But they're here.
Yeah.
They're not.
That's what. I got another one. He feel pretty good.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, three times gonna beat it.
Might be a little too short.
Check him out. No, he's gonna make it.
He is.
He's fitting.
Keep it in. These people are tripping out too. Oh my god!
Yeah, I don't even know what I got anymore. All right. First drop shot fish of the season.
You around here, huh?
No, I moved to close to the bank right here.
Look where it's at, where the sign's at.
Yep. That's exactly what we said.
To do it, or even that moss stuff, is just keep it on top of it.
Yep.